starting our trip at last. Here we are on Sawbill Lake. Well, there's the portage from Sawbill into Alton. It looks kind of busy. So this is Alton Lake. I didn't show the portage because the portage was busy. It's a beautiful lake. This is Alton Lake. This is so beautiful. We're headed over to the portage in the back. My goodness, this is pretty. Okay, this is Alton Lake and we're portaging over to Beth. Beth is a pretty lake. Okay, that was Beth. Whew. We're on Beth and we're heading on to the portage in the Grace. Okay, this is Beth Lake. We're on the portage over to Grace. This is the portage from Beth over to Grace. There it is, Grace Lake. This is Grace Lake. We just ran into some people. They said everyone's cleared out of Phoebe. Maybe we'll go to Phoebe today. This is Grace Lake. We're headed over to the portage. We're going over to Phoebe. All right. We just left Grace, little 12-rod portage, and now we're getting on the Phoebe River. We're on the Phoebe River, headed to the next portage on the Phoebe River. This is the Phoebe River. The water is low. All right, we're on a portage along the Phoebe River. If the water had been higher, we would have made it to this portage spot. Okay, we're getting ready to do the 5-rod portage. Well, this is the Phoebe River. We did a 5-rod portage and we put in right there, and now we're just right here, and now we're doing an 88-rod portage. We're on the 88-rod portage between Phoebe River and Phoebe Lake. The plan is to camp on Phoebe if we can. And this will be a great first day. Last portage of the day. We made it to Phoebe Lake. We're on Phoebe Lake. We plan to camp here today. We're going to go check out some campsites. Well, we're on campsite 1030. I think we're going to have a lunch break and look for a better campsite. You're right, dear. If we stay here, it's a one-night site. It's a nice little tent pad here.
You need something like a key or a zipper pull or something like that.
I'm eating my homemade granola bar. All right, we're back on Phoebe Lake looking for a campsite. Well, for lunch I'm making dehydrated beef stroganoff with some dehydrated peas in it and some dehydrated egg noodles. That's what the beef stroganoff looks like. And put a little peas in there. And we'll add just enough water to cover the food. Well, we've got a good boil. We'll let that sit hot and cozy for 10-15 minutes. And then we'll add the egg noodles and heat it back up again and then cozy it for a couple more minutes and then it'll be ready. This seems pretty good. I'll put some pasta in there, bring it back to a boil, and then let it sit in the cozy a little bit more. There it is, beef stroganoff. Behind the tree. Alright, I'm going to make dehydrated mashed potatoes with dehydrated ground beef. We'll heat this up some more. This is what it looks like. Here's our mashed potatoes with ground beef and cheese. Well, there's our little bitty day one sunset. Good morning. It's a foggy morning on Phoebe Lake. It's the second day of our Boundary Waters canoe trip. We're expecting a nice warm day after the fog dries up. We're on campsite 1026. Let me show you what it looks like. We have an east-facing site, but we can't really see any kind of sunrise this morning because of the fog. There's our hang. There's my husband's relaxation station. There's also a fire ban, so no campfires. There's a tent pad. A few blueberries on this site, but they don't look like much. They're tiny and they're not real juicy. There's some more blueberries. And here's the throne. This campsite smells like coffee. I think someone dumped their coffee out all around. But other than that, it's pretty clean. Well, nothing dried overnight. We have a lot of fog, so there was a lot of condensation this morning, and the wet stuff is definitely wet. Bacon and hash browns. Well, this little guy just landed on me. That's kind of fun when they do that. I'm making enchilada rice. This is dehydrated rice with enchilada sauce and dehydrated ground beef. And we'll put some cheese in there and put some Fritos on top. There it is. Cheesy enchilada rice with ground beef and Fritos. Yum yum. It might tip over backwards. Where are we?
Phoebe Lake.
Where's that? How long have you been here?
2 days.
Oh, what entry point?
Okay.
Where are we going tomorrow?
Polly Lake.
Oh. How long are you going to stay out here? 10 whole days? What are you looking forward to most when you get to go home?
My bed.
Alright, I'm making a video of our day 2 sunset, which isn't really much. But it's better than last night's sunset, which was basically a bunch of clouds. I mean, it was all gray. There was no color at all last night.